When I see somebody with a passport, I feel like I wish it has been me. Because I never had a passport. I never had any identity of any country. Then I'm always wishing, I wish it is me having this passport. I am Frederik, and I am stateless because where I was born, I'm not recognized as a citizen, and where I grew up as well.
Somebody who is stateless is somebody who invariably their birth has not been registered. They have no documents which state who they are, where they were born, and which country's citizenship they hold.
Let's just take it from a practical perspective. I'm me, and I don't have a birth certificate. I don't have an ID document. I wouldn't be able to find a job. I'd be forced into the formal sector. I would have nowhere to put my money because I wouldn't be able to access a bank. And I wouldn't be able to just have the things that everybody else has.
It's often said that citizenship is the right to have other rights. In the case of a stateless person, if there's no state to protect your rights, you just don't have access to any other rights.
I was born in 1990, in December 10th, in Newcastle, here in South Africa. In 1994, I moved to Kenya with my mom. When my mom was murdered, we left for Uganda. In 2007, I tried to allocate my citizenship. My potential target was to allocate some of my relatives here in South Africa. On my approach to Newcastle, that was the first time I was arrested because I didn't have any legal document. From there, I was detained for almost a month. Then I was taken to the repatriation center in Lindela.
We do find a situation in South Africa where stateless people are arrested and sent to Lindela for deportation. And the process at Lindela is that if you are arrested, the embassy of the country from which you come needs to come and confirm that you are a national, a citizen of their country. For stateless people, there is no country which can confirm that you are a citizen.
They treat you like an animal.
We don't know what to do with them, so we kind of, forget for one day, and one day becomes 19 months, and then we still don't know what to do with them. In Frederik's case, also, he's been in detention for immigration purposes, and there was no embassy or consulate who could identify him as a citizen, and that's why he was eventually just released without any paperwork. We first tried to register his birth, and after we couldn't succeed with that, we were advised by the department to bring his case to the attention of the minister and ask for permanent residence. So we argued in this application that statelessness is a special circumstance, and he must be given permanent residence at least. In the end, it was found that Frederik has been rejected for permanent residence. And the only explanation was that he couldn't prove that he's a citizen, which doesn't make sense because the reason why we applied and why we were advised to apply by Home Affairs is the fact that he can't prove his citizenship. So they do know that he is in South Africa, but nobody seems to do anything about it. There are really no legal avenues left for us.
I have been arrested several times. I can't even count how many times. Every time I am arrested, I am assaulted. They can kick you, they can hit you, they can do anything they want because you don't have any right. The only thing they can say is we are fed up of foreigners here in South Africa. This arrest, I don't think it's going to stop. Every time I'm being asked to identify myself, I cannot. But there's no any solution to my problems. There's no country where I am not.
People don't understand what statelessness is because they can't conceive of a person who doesn't possess any documents.
The police, the Department of Home Affairs, the people on the streets don't know what is meant by a stateless person.
It's often difficult for a state to create a category for this person because it's not a foreigner and the person is also not a citizen. And that's where a stateless person falls, between the cracks, because a stateless person is technically a foreigner in every country where he can find himself.
People cannot believe that on this planet there are stateless people. But I do exist. I am a stateless person.
How do we raise awareness about an issue that nobody knows exists?
Most times I end up being like, I don't know how I can explain. I don't know how to explain this, but I end up being like nobody because I am stateless.
South Africa has not signed 2 international conventions on statelessness, and as a result of them not signing these conventions, Home Affairs, because they have no procedure, don't know how to deal with these people. So it's like they don't exist and there's no process to assist them to be registered.
If we want to address the problem of the fact that there's no legal mechanism, then that is something that Home Affairs can't solve, because Home Affairs operates within the laws that are provided. That's a bigger issue that the Republic of South Africa must address. It feels to me like inequality persists because we don't address this issue of citizenship and extending it to people who deserve to be citizens.
I would like to ask if there is any country that can offer me citizenship. I will appreciate it. I'm willing to go anywhere.